Good day. This is Profile 1, Topic 2, Project Indoor Learning Space. For the purpose and time of this presentation, we will be mainly focusing on our teacher layout and our new layout. However, at the end of the presentation attached to this, we also have teacher interviews and further data on our indoor learning space. My name is Violet Perez.
I'm Kathleen Ornelas.
I'm Gabriela Garcia.
And I'm Michaela Guajardo.
So we begin with my classroom observation. It's a second grade classroom that I began observing the beginning of the school year in August. As you can see, my master teacher, she does have traditional seating, but as well flexible seating for students. She has floor seatings, wobble chairs, bouncy balls, which really did help out in the classroom for many of her students who have either a disability or are very fidgety. It actually did come in handy. Something that I wondered from the beginning was how was this going to work? And surprisingly, it really has. My new layout, for the purpose, thinking back of what didn't work in that classroom with my master teacher, is that there is really little to no space for walking. We usually trip over children's backpacks, lunch boxes, and so on. So in my new layout, I would create a space where the students can have a cubby where they can go ahead and put all of their belongings. I would, of course, keep the flexible seating because I have seen a lot of the students, and then have them just more a little spaced out so it's more nice and clean where we can walk around and really get to each one of the students if they need help. And also having the teacher's desk facing the students as well as the classroom door, just because for my concern, I always want to see who's coming in and out of the classroom.
So this is the layout of the classroom that I observed. I was in a second grade elementary classroom. As you can see, the teacher has more of an H sort of layout. She has the front area that is blank. It's just carpet and it's empty. And then on the back of the wall, she has students who are posted as well as on the sides of the wall. And then in the next pictures, you will see more of the students' work being posted as well as a library that she has in one corner of the classroom. And then I will discuss my new layout. So for my new layout, I have planned and would like more of a group setting. In my teacher's layout, she has only one group and then everyone else is in rows. And so I would like to have most of my students in groups. I would also like to incorporate flexible seating, which is something that my teacher doesn't incorporate just because she feels that it's not something that the students benefit from. I, however, differ from that view, and I feel like it would be something that the students would like to use. I would like to have standing desks, beanbag chairs, as well as individual desks for those students who might need to take the time or the day to kind of sit by themselves. I would also like to have the carpet area in the front, just because I feel like in the classroom that I'm observing, the students really do benefit from that.
All right, so I have my teacher's layout here. She's a first grade. This is a first grade classroom that I observed. As we can see, it's kind of crammed here, and the students are just really crammed and it isn't easily accessible for them to walk. They did start off in groups and then move to rows. The one thing that I would just change is add more of a space or a walking space. And I would like to keep the high and lows, which my host teacher has. She has the lows in the front, so they're easily accessible for when she's teaching. And she doesn't have flexible seating because she thinks that for this particular group of kids, it's more of a distraction than a learning tool. And I have kind of the same idea based off what I've observed.
So in the classroom I had observed was a kindergarten classroom, and this was the old layout that the teacher had originally came up with. They were in rows with their tables. Unfortunately, this idea that she had did not work because the students kept messing around. They would turn around or they would mess around with the person in front of them. So here's a new layout that the teacher came up with along with herself, the principal, and the educational coach. So it's kind of like around the area rug. In each table, there is highs and lows. In this first table on the right photo is the more advanced students where they could work independently and work with one another. Again, I really appreciate this style setup because it allows for the teachers and the instructional aides to each get their own table and work with the students. Here pictured is not the flexible seating that she has. She does have two wobble chairs to help with two students who need it more than the others. However, I would change it and just include standing desks, beanbag chairs, or any other flexible seating to help the students, because you can tell that this classroom or this set of kids do get fidgety from time to time. Again, thank you so much for taking your time to hear us out. Unfortunately, due to time, we did have to cut the additional resources that we had. However, it will be attached to our submission post, and we look forward to hearing back from you, and we hope you learned a lot about our flexible seating.